we are, ready to play. It's gonna be a fun-filled day. Missy and Shannon are here to show you how we make toys. Are you ready now? Let's play!
So today we're going to be talking about stringing beads. And this is one of the skills on developmental checklists that we look for when we visit your families. And oftentimes parents ask me, or they tell me, I don't have beads. Why do I need to have beads? What is that important for? So today we're going to kind of go through some different options and why it's important. The first thing is that it really works on your child's motor skills. So think about the grasping that your child uses. They have to pick up the bead, put it on either a string or a dowel, and the size of the beads and what they're using has different types of grasping. All these are important because they're working on those muscles and different muscles depending on the size of the item that they're stringing. And it's also really important for pre-writing skills. So when you think of them grasping a crayon or a pencil, it starts with beads, and actually it even goes all the way to the ring stackers that you have for your infants, right? The other thing that beading really works on it is that visual perception, or that hand-eye coordination. So they have a place where they're going to place it. They have to pick it up, sometimes use two hands to steady and place it on the string or the dowel to get it to work. So it's working on their eye-hand coordination. Again, important for lots of things as they learn and grow. Zipping a zipper, spooning when during feeding, playing with other toys that have knobs or buttons. They need to know how their eyes and hands work in coordination together. And then the last thing, well, one of the last things, there's so many reasons for beading, is that it really gets them to sit and attend. So you have to complete a task. You start it and you keep going. They're successful and they continue to attend to the task at hand. So, anything else I forgot, Shannon?
I don't think so. I'm just thinking when you were talking about that attending to the task, what's kind of nice about some of these things that we have set out here is that there's a beginning and an end to it. So there's a time frame for them to attend. Like this one has a certain amount and
pieces,
we're done and we finished something and completed
no, that's
it.
a great point, a beginning and an end. And so as we're learning, it's nice to have that concrete task.
Yeah.
So this one right here is kind of fun. It's actually a tinker toy. So stringing doesn't have to be beads and a string. It can be simplified with a dowel and a base. And this is toilet paper tubes cut up and just placed on there. Shannon and I are going to show you kind of traditional beading. So there are a few different companies that make toddler type stringing. And so what's really nice, if you wanted to go and purchase one for yourself, would be a stringing set that has a hard dowel at the end. It just makes it much more successful than having a limp kind of little string when you're first learning how to do that. And when I present this to a child, if they've never seen it before, I always tell them that this one is stuck, because it can be really frustrating that they're trying to pull it off. So I'm like, oh no, it's stuck. And Shannon has a really fun way that she likes to do beads.
So the way that I teach this is I start by holding the dowel and I tell them to push, peek, and pull. So you push it through and then peek and pull. And it goes all the way down. Whee!
Whee! And I do something similar. I just push it through and I go pull, 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 pull. But I like Shannon's peek. I actually think I'm going to start using that. And then whee, all the way down. And the reason why we're kind of using some words or sounds when we're doing this is it makes it more interactive and it makes it more fun. The more animated that you are with any toy, your child's going to join in with you a little bit more. And what's really nice about this beading set, they have all sorts of different beads, but I like the Old MacDonald one because it's just another way to kind of work on those animal sounds. And reasons for that you'll see in our imitation video. But if a child is having trouble with this, you can always kind of scale back. There's other ways to do it. So if you just take a container with some Play-Doh in there and stick a straw, and then you can just put them on that way. And then you have success in attending. If a child is frustrated, they're not going to stay with it, so we want to make it easy and fun. So this is another way to do that. I showed that dowel.
Especially with that frustrating piece, if you notice that they are frustrated, it might be important to take some of those pieces away and just have like 1 or 2 pieces so they feel successful with the one piece that they put on, or the 2.
Yeah. And too many pieces can be overwhelming too. Yeah. So like this set, there's probably 5 more pieces that go with this, but I just put a few out today. Another thing to do if you don't have beads, rigatoni. Do you want to turn?
I do.
Okay. Well, you did a good job. Wowee! On! Yay! Or we can even do it just in, a Play-Doh piece like that. So there's different ways you just kind of alter them. And then there's also, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging for those kids a little bit closer to 3, or just have the fine motor skills to handle it. Now think again about the grasping, right? That's really fine pincer grasping there going on. I was like, what if I don't make it? It's kind of away from me.
Yep.
So just putting them on, and you could go all the way up. Even using Cheerios or Fruit Loops or any other type of cereal is really fun.
And don't be surprised if some of these Cheerios make it into their mouth.
Yeah, it might be, you could do it during snack time. Yeah. So that's just a little bit about beading. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and more thoughts about why it's important. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.